Total History of Rome, from Myth to Empire.
Chapter 8, The Great Division. Block 1, Diocletian, the Empire split in two. The empire had become a monster too big to be fed or controlled by one man. Emperor Diocletian realized that for Rome to survive, it had to be cut in half. He created the Tetrarchy, the rule of four, dividing the world into East and West. He moved the administrative heart away from Rome, turning the emperor into an untouchable, godlike figure hidden behind silk curtains. It was a desperate surgery to save a dying patient. The West remained Latin and traditional, while the East became Greek and wealthy, setting the stage for two very different futures. Block 2. Constantine and the new capital. Then came Constantine the Great. He won a brutal civil war and reunited the empire one last time. But he knew the city of Rome was a relic of the past. He built a new Rome on the shores of the Bosphorus, Constantinople. This city was strategic, impregnable, and rich. As power shifted to the east, the old city of Rome was left like a lonely shadow of its former self. The heart of the world had moved, and the West was left to face the coming storm alone. Block 3. The Cross and the Eagle. The most shocking turn in history happened at the Milvian Bridge. Before the battle, Constantine reportedly saw a vision of a cross in the sky with the words, "In hoc signo vinces," "In this sign you will conquer." He won, and the persecuted sect of Christianity suddenly became the state religion. The empire that once fed Christians to lions now built cathedrals for them. The old Roman eagle and the Christian cross were merged, changing the morality and the future of the Western world forever. Chapter 9, The Last Breath of Rome. Block 1, The Barbarians at the Gate. From the frozen forests of the north and the vast steppes of the east, the barbarians arrived. Goths, Vandals, and Huns, pushed by hunger and the terrifying invasion of Attila. They didn't always come to destroy Rome. Often they wanted to be Romans, but the empire could no longer manage the borders. The legions were gone or filled with the very people they were supposed to keep out. The dam was breaking, and the tide of migration was unstoppable. Block 2, The Sack of Rome, 410 AD. In August 410 AD, the unthinkable happened. For the first time in 800 years, an enemy army entered the city of Rome. The Visigoths, led by Alaric, broke the gates. For 3 days, they looted the temples and palaces. The world was in shock. St. Jerome wrote, "The city which had taken the whole world was itself taken." It wasn't just a military defeat, it was a psychological collapse. The eternal city was mortal after all. Block 3, The Final Fall, 476 AD. The end was not a loud explosion, but a quiet whimper. In 476 AD, a Germanic chieftain named Odoacer deposed the last emperor of the West, a young boy ironically named Romulus Augustulus. Odoacer didn't even bother to take the title of emperor. He sent the imperial robes to Constantinople, saying, "One emperor in the East is enough." The Western Roman Empire was gone. The Dark Ages had begun. Conclusion: the legacy. Rome fell, but it never truly died. It lives in the languages we speak, the laws we follow, and the buildings we design. Every time we look at a stadium, a bridge, or a calendar, we are looking at Rome. The Eastern Empire survived for another 1,000 years as Byzantium, but the dream of Rome, the idea of a unified civilization, continues to haunt the Western mind. All roads still lead to Rome.
To be continued. Subscribe if you want to find out what happens next.